There is, okay. Just go off of last time. Another day, another prolonged and dreary period of waiting, and some more waiting for something to happen. Of course, our busboat was still floating on the coastal Great Lake. Voices of discontent among the sinners started small, but they've been growing increasingly incessant as of late. Holy crap! All of a sudden, an ear-splitting siren echoes through the cabins. Okay, my mouse stopped working. Alright, it does this sometimes. There we go. It's that alarm again, warning us of the volatility in Mephistopheles. But it was much louder, much more painful than the ones we've heard before. And this time, it wasn't the only thing that had assaulted our senses. Huh? You've never had flashing lights like this before, right? What is it this time? How did you feed this bloody rickety bus? Oh, this must be a signal that the long-awaited adventure is finally nigh. Is this what we've been waiting for this whole time? No. Virgilius frowned, as though he sensed that something was off. He turned to Faust. It was one of those rare occasions when I could sense the slightest hint of confusion from him. Wee woo. Mephi is blaring and quarreling. Mephi sick? What is this, Miss Faust? I wasn't informed about a siren like this before. First, a correction of falsehoods is in order. Mephistopheles is not bloody rickety, and eating is not a part of its behavior. It does make infrequent use of the encapsulant supply gear installed in the engine for fuel, but that is of no negative consequence. Even if it was, whatever issues that may arise can handily be repaired after a proper total disassembly. That was just a figure of speech! So what is this now? Sounds like the bus is about to explode. The label Mephistopheles as some bloody rickety bus completely disregards the amount of pain and effort Faust dedicated to designing it. Alright. If you don't take it back, I don't think she's ever going to stop. Seriously. Yeah, Heath, take it back. The bus might actually blow up before she explains anything. Ugh. I take back what I said earlier. I cannot comprehend what you are attempting to take back. Your rather abstract reference to this unknown concept that you supposedly mentioned earlier is hardly clarifying. Anyway, allow me to list the specifications of screws used in Mephistopheles' construction that make this creature so wretched. She's listing all the screws. This is where it comes back, like, she was talking about screw types with the, with Ran, right? Talking about, like, oh, you needed this type of screw. You can actually turn this type of screw into this type of screw, like, for some reason, like, conversing with the terrorists. Classic Faust nerd. Fine, I take back what I said about the bus. It's not bloody rickety, and it doesn't eat. I'm sorry, alright? The cabin briefly echoes with his cries, then a brief silence. Yeah, was it just like based off of Faust's mood about the bus being called rickety? I think I saw Faust flash the briefest grin of satisfaction. Good. Is the clown show over? This juvenile, tedious exchange is testing my patience. Yeah, it's a bit different from the usual alarms. I don't think this one's for a new door. It is quite simple. The night is here. The fog is here. Okay. What? WDYM, what do you mean? TOISYNK. We know SYNK sync is snap your necks completely, but TOI. TOI. I don't know. Talk or I snap your. Oh, yeah, talk or I snap your neck completely. Thank you, Sinclair. Walpurgis night is here, it seems. The night is not here. That is very apparent, at least in this coastal area. Thank you, Marcel. The name does not refer to the time of day in which the sun moves beyond our line of sight. This is very silly already. They're embracing it. They weren't full silly in SEA, so they're making up for it here. You choose the element. It's only a matter of time. Then it appears to me that, by that designation, you are referring to a certain phenomenon. These songs seem to be doing a little better now that the waves had died down somewhat. Oh yeah, seasickness. Hello, what's currently happening? There's an alarm going off in the bus, and the night has, like, appeared. We got Sinclair in the chat. Real life Sinclair. I am indeed. I'm certain that all of you are most familiar with the fact that extracting identities and ego from Mirror World is one of the many functions in Mephistopheles' engine. But its reach is rather limited. Even as it has expanded over our journey, we have yet to reach mirror worlds that are too far from our own. Is this the gold Bo's doing? I noticed that it was fishing up more and more new things the longer our journey went on. Broadly speaking, yes, you could say that. Dante and our collective experiences gradually expand our range of extractions. Normally, extractions require a certain resource, but there were times when the identity cards appeared out of nowhere. Do you recall them, Dante? Oh, the event? Yeah, okay. Yeah, some of them just randomly popped out of the engine. Wait, slow down. The hell's an identity card? Oh, you still didn't know? I'm jealous of you, Heathcliff. You have a talent for ignoring anything you don't care about. You looking to get your head smashed in or what? Right, knock it off, you guys. Guidebud's giving us the evil eye. They're, the things Manager Bud pulls out of the engine from time to time. Those little rectangular objects with our alternate world. Wait, was it mirror worlds? Anyways, it's those things with depictions of our other selves on them. Yes, the things that look like mahjong tiles. I thought they looked a little bit like wafers. I believe their denomination comes from their appearance as cards that contain identities. Thus, it naturally follows that they are named identity cards. So we're using those rectangular toys to transform into our alternate selves? I never used them before. That's because I'm the one using them. On the device issued to Dante are indentations through which identity cards and ego can be inserted. They are reflected when we participate in a battle. Oh, so that's what they were fidgeting with before every fight. I could tell from his flabbergasted expression that none of it had ever even occurred to Heathcliff. What's your issue, Don? On the other hand, Don Quixote wore a somewhat forlorn expression. What's wrong, Don Quixote? Well, Is this not about time when Ishmael would intrude upon this conversation and denounce Heathcliff with biting words such as, "You still didn't know? That's just like you. This emptiness weighs heavily upon mine heart." That is right. Ishmael is not happy right now. She's going through it ever since SVA. The YouTube emojis they are awful. What is Yeah, alright. Oh, so why isn't the Limbus cursor here? Why is it still the Ruina cursor? I didn't even realize. That's fine. Oh, you're right. Something was missing from this whole convo. I knew it. You're right, though. Enough. We're not getting the information we need. Miss Faust, please explain the present situation. What are those green lights? Forlorn? How do I explain forlorn? It's kind of like a distant, like a sad... Like a distant sadness, kind of. Yeah, sad or downcast. Got both regrets and technical bonus. Oh, nice. What are these green lights? Understood. If we take into account the case of identity cards Dante received without spending any lunacy, we can draw a conclusion that the Mephistopheles extraction has an element of unpredictability tied to its uncertainty. Yeah, wow, there's gambling, we know. What the hell is she blathering about now? Yet this item is of your design. To say that it has an element of unpredictability would indicate that... Correct. In Kaplan fuels the engine, yes. However, extractions and reconstructions utilize chaos. Well, in easier terms, you could say that it uses the concept of possibilities itself as fuel. Yep, it uses gambling. There we go. Techno's first ego I ever pulled. I still love that thing. I think the first ego I ever pulled was I think it was Otis's what's it called? Yasunyata. I think Hexnull's like my second or something. Wait for me to succumb to the gambler self. Fair enough. Our extraction range grows when we are able to clearly observe specific possibilities in the infinitely branching mirror worlds. During this period, however, the borders between the mirror realities are entirely shattered. Using the present as our anchoring point, it could be said that our current extraction range is approximately 3 years to the past or the future. During Walpurgis night, however, that range grows to about 10 years or even more. Oh! Time frame? Time frame? How long has it been since Ruina? How long has it been since Ruina? It had to have been more than 3 years. It's between 10 or 3 years since Ruina. We now have a specific range vaguely between Ruina and Limbus. 3 to 10 years is still, a pretty long... It's pretty unspecific, but we know it's been at least 3 years since the events of Ruina, then. Yeah, I guess. In that case, that means to say that identities of prominent fixers from times past may grace us with... Oh, Dawn is excited about the idea of getting red mist. You know it. You know it. Theoretically speaking, yes, but each Walpurgis night has its own peculiarities. They will not let us reach into all potential possibilities. Then does this mean that we may also be availed our alternate selves as the legendary fixer, the Arch-Magnificent, the one and only... Red Mist? Red Mist? Yeah, there we go! One day we sure will get Red Mist. Don Quixote said what everyone was thinking. Incredible. That is extremely unlikely, but I will not completely dismiss the possibility. Red Mist on Hero. It's possible, that's for sure. I do wonder who would get who, though, because Red Mist, you'd think would almost certainly be Ryoshi, but it's hard to say which color fixer Dawn would get, because Dawn would want every single color fixer identity, you know it. I don't know if any of them fit Dawn the best, though. Hard to say. Allie's sweet. Allie, greater split horizontal sweet. The extended range, I suppose, could be defined by worlds afflicted by entities that were indispensable to the formation of this current state of the world. An example of that would be the Lobotomy Corporation headquarters prior to White Nights and Dark Days incident. In some ways, your words sometimes find a roundabout way to the truth, Don Quixote. I didn't know who this Red Mist was, nor did I know what White Nights and Dark Days was. But I could hazard a guess that they both must have been pretty significant, considering that Virgilius's face grew visibly tense as soon as they were mentioned. The sinners were unsettled, too. We can conclude that this cipher is no cause for any immediate concern, then. No, it isn't. Consider it a festival that arrives once in a while. For now. Festival, festive times. Karen is festive, too. I don't know if I got all that, but this isn't what we've been waiting for, is it? No, we will continue to wait. The sinner sighed and groaned with disappointment as the newfound anticipation fizzled. Well, something did happen, but it wasn't something that would get us moving. I can see what a disappointment this might be to them. So, how do we stop that green light from flashing? It will turn itself off when Dante extracts something from the engine. Do not worry. Right, back to business. Dante, extract something and turn that alarm off. WAD. We'll just be running more dungeons through the back door with whatever new thing they pull anyways. That's true, every day. They're forced to go through this. Still, this leisureliness is a very rare opportunity, isn't it? Blessed be the patient ones, or so it is said. Every sinner says their piece before returning to their seats. Some of them walk out of the cabin to gaze at the lake. It's something they must be growing a tad tired of doing at this point. Maybe they're just going out for a long sigh. And Otis walked up to me. Are you not worried, executive manager? Huh? About what that mad scientist said. For now, there has to be more to that statement. But I investigate this matter further. Otis was right. While Faust did tell us to consider this nothing more than a festival that arrives once in a while, she definitely knew more than she was letting on. But if Faust speaks of something in her characteristically cryptic manner, it means that she'll never tell us until she wants to. Yeah, Walpurgis Night's gonna be super important with Faust. In case you don't remember, that's the name of her spy hunter. It's got Walpurgis Night written on it, since each of the sinners has, a name for their weapon, and Faust is Walpurgis Not, which is Walpurgis Night in turn. Well, it does bother me a little, But right now, we don't have a lot of options. Let's just put a pin in it for now. Otis nodded affirmatively, bowed, and returned to her seat. Full on bow, alright. Well, let's get extracting, like Faust said. Very nice. Yeah, the login, we get some tickets. This is like nothing, but like it's cool that it's happening. Claim my module. Claim my 300 lunacy. Look at the events. Yeah, look at that. Walpurgis night target extraction. So let's look at the dispenser. Yeah, look at that. Cannot be purchased during this period, but you can still... Yeah, it tells you the cost, because, you know, it's going to have a cost sooner or later. Because you will be able to buy it next Walpurgis night. That's cool. Well, I'm not going to look at them yet, because I'm gonna pull them first. Oh yeah, I got 15 thread from... Alright. Riveting stuff. I didn't mean to hit that. Well, let's look at the probabilities, because it's... Yeah, Mersault, that's to be expected. Faust is a 1.45% chance. Alright. Your team loaded green school looks good. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's look at that first. Yeah, there's a new thing here. Detail, skill, ego. Oh, this is so good for team building stuff. You have no idea. This is great. I don't think I'll need to rely on the spreadsheet nearly as much anymore. And then if I go back... yeah, this is fancy. I might grow used to this in time. So far, I think it's very weird looking. They probably shouldn't have, you know, these symbols for the actual ego, because, you know, who actually knows the Hebrew letters for the actual rarity types? Because, like, Zayn, Tef, P, Vav, Aleph. I get that, but, like, it's not very obvious. Active, sure. Summary screen's cool, though. Ooh. Okay, well, what have you gained, though? Currently moving to blank department. The straitjacket isn't nearly enough to hold my blank back. Alright. Control team, violence. I love violence. How many threads will we have? Yes. Is lunacy a term that we can select? Is it not? I thought it was. Doesn't look like it. There's enkephalin, but there's no lunacy. That's unfortunate. I was gonna do a there's no lunacy left now. Yes, this is violence on the phone. Please speak. Funny quote. Well, look at this now. Sold out. Sold out. Violence. I need more violence. It's been an hour. That's how bad this has been, guys. That's how bad this has been. Up there a second. Oh, did I literally just miss it? Are you sure? That's laundry. That's not lunacy. That says laundry. Is it uptying time? It sure is uptying time. Sold out indeed, yeah. Sold my soul. You know, sometimes it's just like that. Probably gonna be like impossible to read, jeez. First things first, let's get you some levels. You to level 30. Actually, let's max you out. No, that's a lot. Never mind. I was going to, but then I realized, nah. Hour straight of gambling. Sorry, I'm blind. Yeah, fair enough. I thought it was lunacy too. Laundry. There is no laundry left now, guys. I'm all out of laundry. Ooh. Well then, it's uptide time. Yeah. I think the Ishmael will last long because that's what Candid 5 is gonna be. Yeah, pretty much, I think. Okay, we get Rampage now. We up die.
잘하기는 했죠. 일거리를 조금만 더 많이 가져다 주시면 더 활약해 드릴 수 있는데 해주실 거죠?
Okay, there we go. Let's see, will this touch on the workshop stuff? I hope so, but I don't know if it will. Because the Union Co. stuff is the part I'm really interested with this identity. Yeah, you can see it very clearly here, of course, the Union Co. logo. Very cool. The air smells as pleasant as always tonight. It's musty and hazy. Now that's the backstreets I know and love. The child pulled his mask down and breathed in a lungful of air. The stench of slightly rotten trash, the exhaust fume smell of an unknown origin. The backstreets reeked with the smell not unlike burning incense of stubborn, industrial dust. The child seems to love it, though. It was not so long ago when all this child ever knew was the highbrow, lavish aroma of his affluent home. Maybe that's why he enjoyed the smell that most denizens of the city would gag at. He said it reminds him of the common people. YDY. I cannot agree with that statement, but I understand your sentiment behind it. The child was flanked by two other children. One wore a mask and hid her face under the hood of her parka. The other wore a mask that covered his entire face. They've been roaming and causing trouble in the back streets together for the last few years. Basically a copy of the Hook Office pre-fight. Oh, is he gonna be like, oh wow, this new weapon's pretty cool. Sure, well, we don't have to agree on everything, right? As long as we can agree on one thing. We all love ripping people to pieces. Watch your words. Fixers aren't allowed to kill for no reason. Don't want anyone listening and snitching on us for the rep. The rep. Interesting. That is something I've been wondering is because like rep is used. The only time it's been rep instead of an operator of an office has been Rose Spanner. So does Hook Office have a rep too? What is the difference between a rep and an operator? Because I assume they're both just the leaders of them. Maybe reps are like leaders, like branches of the office or something like that. Who knows? They're nothing but rats in our 500-meter radius. No one is here to listen, and if anyone does listen, we'll tear them apart as well. Right? Why should we gag ourselves? It's gotta be so frustrating living like that. I'm out of babies, you know? You sure are. All right. You're on close watch though, Melon. Behave yourself. Also, Ryochu, I knew you have a lot of fun yesterday, And thanks to you, we ended up killing way more people than intended. Oh yeah, that sure is Hook Office pre-fight dialogue. Yes, which led to unscheduled muscle pain and lack of payment for our extra kills. It was inefficient. It was a rare opportunity. It's hard to come by material consistent enough to be in the same exhibition. I'll consider this incident sorry. Well, of course, our artistic side of that's definitely not normal Hook Office stuff. Was that even an apology? The child shrugged and let go of the discussion. There was no point in dragging it on. It wasn't going to change anything, anyway. Besides, he also had fun yesterday. He certainly wasn't the one to talk. Well, if it's all the same to you, I think I enjoy getting paid a consistent rate for killing people. Who would have thunk that people like us, people from a killer syndicate, would be working for an office? Business cards and all. SOR. Picking up the backstreet dogs like us. Now that's one strange officer rep. This is our niche. There are as many offices as there are syndicates. It is a reasonable choice for a businessman to prioritize a smaller niche in an oversaturated market. Thank you for your economical advice, Marcel. But I have a feeling that this office won't last long. We can tear people up into pretty little straps and hang them up all day. But it's not like we're leaving our business cards behind. There's no way to get the office's name out there. Yeah, this reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have read, I think it's the generic Hook Office books, but they talk about how they used a singularity. There was a guy that came to Hook Office, like, begging for help. He didn't offer payment or anything, so they used him as an example. They cut off his head, used some singularity to keep him alive even when he was only a head, and hung him out outside their office. as like a still alive head. That's just mentioned in one I think it's the generic Hook office book. Like these guys are not normal. That's a singularity. We definitely have no idea what it is. It's probably a weird one if it's being used by that. Doesn't mean representative? It does, but that's what it's short for. But operators are what the leader of an office is called. So I don't know what the difference between operator and rep is. IA. This canvas is not nearly good enough for real, proper art. This office isn't going to get any new clientele beyond fledgling syndicates or other poor people who want to hire us for petty scare jobs. Will you propose an alternative then? Why would I? The child looked at the other innocently and cocked his head. It was as though he didn't understand where the question was coming from. Well, are we ever going to build a real resume to rise through the fixer ranks, or are we going to suck up to the rep to get him to recognize us? No, we're just doing some temp work. When there's nothing more to get out of this office, we'll leave and saunter back to the back streets. That is also a reasonable suggestion. The child shrugged affirmatively. Could have been U-Corp's stasis singularity? Maybe. That is true. So did the bionic weapon on his shoulder. Well, I do enjoy these bionic weapons, but using these really drains my energy. I'm always famished because of it. That is an insignificant problem. Simply take more work, increase your earnings, and consume more calories. Agreed. Let's tear it up some more. Is that all the weapons are going to get? That's fine. We'll get more stuff on it eventually. I didn't make the half-an-hour workshop review for nothing. It's going to be important. Three children giggled as though a funny thought had crossed their minds. I see. That is very silly. They were confident on top of the world. Nothing could possibly stand in their way. So they thought, at least. Incoming contact. It's from the representative. Oh, new work? Precisely. It appears that our next job is at some library. Nice. Let's hurry then. Children leisure strode through the back streets. Personal operated lower position represented perhaps would take on more important commitments to give the office in some situations. Maybe. Where will these children go? Well, there's no way to know for now. Kind of weak story. Yeah, it was a little weak story-wise. That's fine, though. Alright, well, let's take a look at what he's got going on for him. Skill 1 inflicts bleed and bleed count with its second coin. That's decent. So you don't think Hook off's all that deep? Yeah, there's not very much they can do with that. Inflict bleed. This is the one that gives himself haste. 2 haste next turn, that's decent. Library mentioned library jump scare, yeah. Inflict bleed on heads. If the unit is fast and target, inflict bleed count equal to speed difference. Max 3. Oh, that's unfortunate. I hadn't thought about the fact that there'd probably be a max on that, but that makes sense. Yeah, Track going for his rampage, all named after Hook office cards. Very funny Track, my beloved. Such a good 0 cost, and it's, what is it, like 1 bleed infliction or something like that. Or is that the one? No, the one that is the one 0? No, it's not. No. 8 plus speed, coin power plus 1, so it becomes a 4 plus 3 at 8 plus speed. That's a lot of speed though. 0.3% damage for 1% missing HP. Alright. Goes up to max 4. I see. If he'll want to speed for bleed on target, max 5. Minor thing. More bleed. Alright. Not a lot of bleed count, but that's good. This is decent bleed count. Oh, decent bleed count. Seems like a pretty good bleed unit, all things considered. On evade, gain 1 haste next turn, 3 times per turn. Alright, let's see what he gains. People say final power plus 1 on the skill 1. That's very minor. Heals you. Yeah, it is the healing one. Okay. That's what I was thinking about. 6 plus speed gain coin power in the skill 2. Max 4 there. 6 plus speed and plus 0.5 per damage. That's actually not bad. Library of Invention, Demon Special Event means Hong, Aluvia, should Merciless have in theory already been there. Well, these guys are they're taken from before they went to the library, assumably. Based on, the fact they don't mention the library at all. Hard to say though. Weakness, gain coin power, starter's blade, cool. It's on hit instead of that. Max 10. Okay, some decent up to high things. I'm not gonna jump on that yet though. Better bleeding than Kurokuma. Oh yeah, absolutely. 6 plus is much better. Yeah, that is true. But I'm thinking, if I'm running a haste team, I'm going to spam in Crow's Eye View. This guy's minimum speed is going to be 6. Range is offsetting, getting huge HP pools. Percentile of this and realize up 25% damage. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Let's do Faust next. I was considering doing the ego. We can save that for last. F3 still requires +8. Oh yeah. Yeah, the skill 2 is 6. No, it's... Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Never mind. Mirror was really weird, and the Vitality Mirror was meant to be our reality. Yeah. That's one of the ones that, like, Faust was saying in the cutscene. It's, like, ones that are further out. Okay, we'll level you up to 30, first and foremost. Use one of these, use some of these. Like that. Okay, you're to level 30, so you're in a decent spot. And then we're gonna up-tie you twice, and we're gonna see what your story is.
주의팀 관리직 팀장 파우스트.
Then the books came from
관리자님
life,
명령대로
inspired by books on
묵비
it.
연구
Maybe.
실현체
Hard
안에
to say.
들어갑니다.
Here we go. Alright. It's very interesting. We'll see what goes on then. Ah, the music's playing, of course. It's like slightly muted. That's fine. Initiating voice log. This is Control Team Captain Agent Faust, logging today's work records. My current location is the Lobotomy Corporation headquarters, upper layer Control Team Department. It has been 9 days since the manager's first day at work. 3 days have passed since the Information Team Department opened. The clerks are almost all here. It is quite busy. The clerks should be all there in control if it's past day. I don't like how it's muted. The music sounds weird because of that. This voice log will resume when management work begins, pausing the recording. Resuming voice log. I am currently headed to educate our new hires. Also, the manager has requested that I be assigned to manage the new abnormality we received yesterday. It appears that the personnel newly deployed to the control team has expired. Ooh, they died. Like the nerd. Oh yeah, you sure are the control captain, Melon. Why do they have to mute it? It sounds so awful. I guess it's like the flashbacky type deal, but like I don't like it. Seems that we've hired a new employee. Oh, excuse me. I got how to make shuffling noises. And it's not. I don't think it's picking up the mic. Okay, that's fine. We can make good shuffling noises, like a little bit of choo 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 choo. Maybe like that. There we go. Hello, Jacob. What is it? You are hesitating outside the containment unit. Team Captain Faust, it's my first assignment, and I'm a bit scared. There is no cause for concern, Jacob. The abnormality assigned to you is likely to be the safest abnormality here. Well, unless you got one sin, that's probably not the case. But its name here, look, it's really intimidating. Oh no, you sure to get one sin. Alright. One sin and hundreds of good deeds. One sin and hundreds of good deeds, yeah. From murder's perspective, maybe? Definitely not. It's from the voice logs perspective, it seems. Team Captain, what happens if I get unlucky and this thing decides to commit that one sin against me? I still haven't. I like the idea of, like, the one sin hating you so much. He's like, alright, my one sin is gonna be killing you. You in particular. I don't like you. Relax, that is not how the abnormality behaves. Peruse the abnormality details and conduct insider attachment works, and nothing will happen. That's true, insider attachment is the best on one sin, but, like, it's one sin. Like, you can still pretty safely do instinct or repression. But really? Faust does not lie. Okay, thank you, Team Captain! We are running somewhat behind schedule. Jacob is one of the newest hires assigned to the control team. It appears he was unnecessarily intimidated by a brief description of the abnormality. You want an army of black instead, Jacob? That is also a Zayan, so, you know, maybe he does. Like, it's playing in universe. What an awful idea. You think this is playing, like, on loop in the speakers in the entire facility? No wonder the agents go insane, jeez. I suppose this is part of a team captain's job. I'm certain the manager will be understanding. Then, I will continue this recording once I arrive at the containment unit. Testing. Resuming voice log. My arrival was delayed beyond my initial predictions. I had a run-in with Mrs. Malkuth, and had the pleasure of exchanging a few words with her. She inquired about the work we had planned for the day, so I made an impromptu report. While it was unexpected that she wanted to know the expected completion time down to the seconds, I believe that records were helpful in giving her a satisfactory answer. Elevator music. Yeah, this would be good elevator music, I think. She is a Sapphire after all. She is responsible for an entire department. Her demands are not entirely unreasonable. Moving on, this is the containment unit of T-0154, also known as the Forsaken Murderer. According to the prior records, as long as the work results are good, there shouldn't be any difficulties with managing this abnormality. Sounds flipping through papers. Work records show that the employee previously assigned to this abnormality conducted repression works. Oh, what an idiot. This guy hates repression works. He will break out if you do repression on him. What a loser. Faust is gonna get trolled here. Which resulted in the overproduction of any box. Oh, there we go. She's saying that it's bad then. Okay, yeah, what an idiot. Negative encapsulant boxes Adderall's had transformed into something akin to a metallic substance, which it used to crush the employees to death. Yeah, that's a good thing to note. The Forsaken Murderer's got his like little metal head on right now, so he's actively breaching then. So he's got a normal head most of the time in this image. Someone has to do the bad work. That is true. I do like to send people to like do repression on Forsaken Murderers to get it to escape so we can like suppress for the sake of like Red Riding Hood and stuff. Not many would understand the process by which a person's head transforms from flesh to metal, but that ineffability is simply the nature of abnormalities. Ooh. Faust is fine with Faust is like completely willing to accept that there's something that she physically cannot understand is incomprehensible. That is very strange. That's very un-Faust-like. Record has at least informed me that avoiding repression work on this abnormality would be preferable. That is true. Even if something were to happen, I have an ego suit resistant against red damage, so I foresee little trouble ahead. I will continue this documentation once the work is complete. This is Faust. The work was successful. The abnormality was observed muttering something to itself. It shuddered with anxiety and refused to look away from the floor. A proper communication was deemed difficult. It looked rather emaciated, so I attempted to perform an instinct work by providing it food items that humans find useful. It speaks like she's a robot, geez. The results are encouraging. I will record that instinct work is effective for this abnormality, but I have not observed any sign of its head turning into metal, nor am I any closer to learning the mechanics behind that phenomenon. Considering this ego weapon was extracted from the abnormality in question, it seems evident the abnormality's characteristics are at least partially carried over to the shape and particularities of the ego weapon. Ah, the siren. That's not the core suppression siren. I'm just checking. Core suppression siren sounds different, I think. It's similar. Maybe it's just the filter, though. Yeah, maybe I should turn around. Warning, ordeal of Green Dawn alert. Suppression personnel from all departments must immediately assemble at the bottom right elevator, the upper layer. First warning. There we go. Green Dawn is the robots. That's easy enough for them to deal with. The manager's orders have arrived via the devices. It is time for the ordeals already, then. So they get their ordeals from X through the speakers. That just kind of like, oh, this agent, go to this agent, go to this department, suppress this abnormality, work on this thing. That's the meltdown siren. Is it Clifford's meltdown siren? It might be. Yeah, that's it. Green siren? The devices must be checked as often as the orders are rather frequent. Elevator's taking his cannon to the PM universe. I must go and assist them in suppressing this ordeal. I'm not particularly concerned. Maybe this ordeal will be suppressed before Faust even gets there. Also, notice in this artwork there's blood coming. So this either means that this isn't showing her actively fighting the Green Dawn and it's lying to us, or the Green Dawn have flesh and like blood and stuff. They're like humans and robots, which would make sense given PM universe. So maybe that is the case, or maybe she's just, supposed to be fighting something else in this image. Handle bends so much, though. That's weird looking. The inside is deeper, I think, more like Lob Corp. That is true. It's somewhere in between all the sirens we know about. It's hard to determine. I'm not particularly concerned. Maybe this ordeal will be suppressed before Faust even gets there. The manager does not yet know. but the ordeal of Green Dawn is quite insignificant compared to what is to come. How do you know that, then? No. I must hold my tongue, that I risk confusing any other individual who will be listening to this recording. Faust is determined to struggle, to survive the remaining 41 days of work. How much do they know? Pretty sure they do bleed in Lob. That is true. Everything bleeds in Lob Corp, though, so that makes enough sense. Everything that's very possible in flesh. That is true. Shoot a Green Dawn and lead the Floating, yeah. How much do the agents know? And I will leave it at that. How do you know about 50 days? How do you know there's worse ordeals coming? Is it the ego? It might be the ego, honestly. The ego messes with people's mind. It might give them more information. Because, canonically, Lob Corp agents have, no fighting prowess at all. So it would make sense if the ego kind of just gives them, knowledge that they really shouldn't have. Well done. Yeah. I see it. Well then. Faust, ending the voice log. Very interesting indeed. I'm very glad we're seeing more stuff about Lob Corp itself and how it worked, lore-wise. That's cool stuff. I think I'm definitely going to be, uptime. Yeah, do you need to spend do you need that to gain the attack weight on your skill too? No, you gain... Oh, you get even more. Yeah, I'm definitely uptiming you. What do I need? 75 thread. Okay. Because it's Faust. That is true. That is just how Faust works. Okay, we're getting rid of some of these Honglu Ego Shards. We do not need this many from Honglu. This will take a minute. I'm getting a bunch because I also am going to want to uptime Marcel's Ego, at least to 3, I think. She already has knowledge she shouldn't have when we see in the translated TGS. That is true for Faust. Warning song is canon too. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool stuff. Alright, we'll get you to uptime 4, then we'll see what you do, because we're definitely going to want it. No doubts in my mind. Alright, so let's see. Skill 1, gain tremor count, loot, gain tremor count. So no matter what, you gain 6 tremor count. Because you either lose the clash, and you gain 3 no matter what, and you either gain 3 for losing clash, or gain 3 for winning the clash and getting a hit. I guess... Yeah, it's guaranteed. Okay, I don't know why it's phrased like that, then that feels very strange. Oh, I see. I think I get why, though, maybe, because it's... What is it? Your support passive? Most tremor count gains plus 1 more tremor count from skill effects. Okay, maybe that's the purpose, then. Because this way you could just gain plus 1 from each of those, so you get plus 2 from Otis's passive instead of just plus 1, maybe? Doing it either intelligence, not necessarily inherited. It goes for total on the day 50 they would get a day something like that. Maybe. I think that's someone's theory, but that could be the case. Oh, this all inflicts 3 tremor count. That's cool. Spend 5 tremor count. Gain 4 tremor count. Gain 1 tremor count on hit. Gain 1 tremor count on hit. This is net positive if it is a mass attack. This one's only a 2 target mass attack, but this one's the 3 target, yeah. If you have enough tremor count, that is. Molar is going out to the bench for tremor teams. Not for tremor teams, I think, because Molar Otis's tremor burst thing is still insane. You? Oh, don't even burst tremor with your skill too, yeah. Gain tremor count, offense level down, inflict tremor plus coin drop. Only thing Molar has for Faust is lust and clash power. Molar's also more tremor though. We need all the strong tremor units we can get, so I don't really know if I want to bench her. 95 tremor count, gain attack weight for this skill. Lose 20 SP on clash lose. These are all positives, yes? Yeah, they're all positive, so it's not a mix. More positive missing unhit effect target has been. I mean, I guess that is true. More damage, very negative attack on the enemy, max 30%. Gain tremor count on kill. Burst tremor. Reduce tremor count by 3. Max 20 on the damage, the wrath damage dealt. That's logical enough. Forget Faust replaces more often than tremor team's IMO. You should probably just run both of them, though. I don't think the passive is good enough to warrant not running Molar Otis, who's an insane damage dealer. And he's gained 6 tremor count from your defense. Oh. Jeez. A lot. And we'll level you up to 35. With a Willy advantage. Truly. That's cool stuff. And then, finally, we've got the ego to look at. Jeez, we've done nothing this stream. We've just gambled. We've gambled so hard, and for what? Getting you to upside 3 at least. We'll see. Upside 4 sounds like it might be worse, which is funny. Oh, is the corrosion? The corrosion goes from 30... Oh, I see. The corrosion goes from 30 minus 10 to 30 minus 15. That's interesting. You remove 1 random negative effect. Inflict tremor count, inflict wrath, absolute resonance divided by 3 additional tremor count. Okay, they phrased this better here. I did criticize the fact they phrased this first part horribly on the actual image. Cost 3 wrath, 2 pride. That's not bad. That's not bad. On hit, burst tremor doesn't have stagger threshold upon burst tremor, deal wrath damage by this formula. 6 plus 2 times wrath. Okay, yeah. Confusing. Target randomly. If unit is a negative status effect, technically +1. Does it become +2 though? Yeah, that's why it gets way weaker. I'm gonna do XP Lexivation 3 with the new IDs and mirror results. It makes the corrosion coin worse, but it also makes it even more mass attack, though. It becomes a 3 target, the unit has a negative status effect. So it's a trade-off. It makes it worse, but it makes it, you know, better mass attack. And of course, this passive format is speed gain, blunt power. So we want to run a slow Mersault. Is N-Corp slow? Do we want to run N-Corp? Probably for the bleed synergy, right? Because Rose Spanner's not like that great tremor. What do we do? Do we do bleed? Do we do... I assume we want to do tremor with a little bit of bleed, maybe. A little bit of haste. God, this is going to be a little scuffed build, I think. What do you think about the UI class you even played? I think it's decent. It's going to take some time to get used to, but I definitely see the appeal. Worst Southern tag weight that I know of. Yeah. Do an avenue fight with lobotomy ego only. I'll do a run with lobotomy ego only eventually. It's about time we actually do the main thing, though. It's about time we do Mirror Dungeon 2 hard. It's been an hour and a half and we've done nothing. Okay, but so we gotta think of our team. You three are obvious. We probably want you two as well. I think that's probably gonna be the team. Yeah, that'll work. Surgeon choose well another. Yeah. Very silly. Court redemption arc. 10 protection, and yeah. Okay, here's my initial plan for what team I should run. Molar. It doesn't really matter. We'll take like Sunshine for with naturally menu. Of course, we're running Lobotomy Ego Regret. Like that. We'll do Gross Hammer probably. Yeah, I'll do Gross Hammer. We'll try it. Big weapons run. A lot of funny ideas are possible. Perfect amount of 3 stars, yeah. I think this team will work. Who will we add, though? I'll see who we don't need to worry about that now. And we'll just see how this goes. Alright. I mean, let's mirror them too hard. We go slash first, always. Okay, we'll do... I really want to have you quick. This is also a dilemma. We might do, like, something like this, because the issue is Molar ones really want to get the additional speed dice early because of the discard. I don't have gluttony for now, though. Unless I'm blind. Look at our resources. That is very funny. Oh, look at that. That is also very cool. It shows exactly where you're getting all of them from. That's right, I kind of wish so many people showed up for Lob Corp. Well, Limbus is more relevant. Lob Corp's a little bit of a slower paced game. That's for sure, like... This is good, because the only thing we really need is, like... Yeah, because for Crow's Eye View, we need Wrath and Sloth for that. We've got that. And then for regret, we need wrath and pride, and we've got that. We don't have the amount of pride. We could benefit with that. Congratulations to your luck. Yeah, it's something. It was awful. 294 pulls, and I didn't even get the identity. I had to use the actual ideality for the identity. And if Lob Corp Manager simply can't be beat, yeah. All you guys in the chat that don't show up for Lob Corp nights, you guys should consider it, because Lob Corp nights, we do that on Saturdays. And it's chill, we just play Lob Corp, and we mostly just talk a bunch, as I occasionally suffer, occasionally do well. We only don't even know about Adam Sandler. That's true. Oh, look at that. Look at her holding the hammer. Looks so weird. God. So many people firing. Well, it's an update day. It's an interesting update though. The gambling, people have been drawn by the gambling. This looks cool too. It looks like they've forgotten. Oh yeah, look at this. When I'm hovering over me, do you see this little yellow like spark here? They've got like a couple like nearly invisible pixels over here, so it's showing up. Oh, it's from another sprite probably. Yeah, they probably incorrectly like grabbed this sprite from the sprite sheet, so part of another one of his sprites is just vaguely showing up here, so that's why they've got a Leo outline. Line 15 for the Merc Eco version wrong. PM just posted. Oh, PM post? Oh, let me check that out. That means lunacy, which is cool, but like it's not. Be corrected by 14:30 today. Certain strings were missing from the English version. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. God, why have I been pinged? I'm not watching that. Okay. See my net connection, nice. 300 more lunacy, it seems like it. What 14:30? What is that in Korean time? 14:30 Korean time to Central Standard Time. 12:30. Okay, so in an hour. That makes enough sense. Well, let's get to this. We'll just start with attacking, probably. We can get a Wrath Resonance off. Honestly, we should do that. Stay calm. That's not great. Maybe you should defend, then we'll go for like a Metallic Raking. Giving 2 pulls is perfect. Hunger's head voices are becoming physical. Oh, it's pouring out right now. I haven't even noticed the weather, but I think it's like actually like pouring. Look out the window and I see someone running for their life with an umbrella. Yeah, it's pouring out. A lot of sloth. Not a good enough resonance to warrant it though. Unleashed violence. You don't have enough tremor yet. I gotta get into the habit of figuring out what your tremor thing is. Like, we should probably use we need to win Clash first and foremost. We're not focusing on the mass deck. Courage all currently intended to join Lob Corp only to lend it more power to the big bird summoning circle. Yeah. Okay, we're winning clashes, retaining Sandy. That's the good thing. I guess the issue with this team is we don't have Bloom, so we can't get like Fluid Sac off. We can't get like Pursuance off. But we didn't have Pursuance. Was it Heath? Was it Heath? I like how you two immediately had just random, like, that, like, near identical idea. Turn 1 counter gives enough for AoE. Oh yeah, the counter. She needs to get hit first turn though, so, but yeah, I see the appeal in that. How much HP do you have? 208, that's not bad. That's pretty decent. And you get 2 stagger thresholds, only one of them showing up here, so you're unlikely to get staggered too easily. So a turn 1 counter honestly won't be too bad. That's a good idea. It's not to turn either of the skills into a 2 target. Although you need 10 in order to get a 3 target on skill 3. Bird. They don't even know about the bird kisser. Isn't that insane? Imagine not knowing about the bird kisser lore. Okay, this is a pretty lame gift to get. That's fine. We'll walk into the mist. We'll grab it. We'll take it so it's out of the pool. Burn though. Not even that interesting to give an Abno. That is rude. Why are you saying that? Oh, first sign. This is pretty unnoteworthy rupture. Which one do we gamble with? You can get 2 heads easily. Yeah. You're at 44 sanity. And blunt fight no matter what. I wish I didn't know the bird kisser lore. Fair enough. It's too much for the average mind to comprehend. The bird kisser. Oh, I gotta pull up the image. For those of you who are unaware of the bird kisser. There you go. The first sign event is a reminder for you to redo the random play. And there's the bird kisser. Further cool. There are better avenues. Apocalypse further. Twilight though. We need to get Twilight to give it to Bong Bong. High art. It is peak art. That is true. Like all these emojis and nothing sends more emotion than just the classic like Poland open parentheses, yeah. It's like there's nothing that's more emotion like than that. Getting the molars might as well. Double contracting straight jacket. Is it turn start? It's combat start, yes. We need to gain the tremor count the turn before, alright. Mirror dungeon, Walpurgis Knight and Bird Kissing. Your day is ruined with this, good. Well, I'll hide the bird kisser for now. You can only look at it for too long before you actively distort. It's like a cognito hazard.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
Alright. I guess I started it this time though, so oh well. That's how it goes. Slash week. Gonna be like Ida or something. Ida might be rough, honestly. I think I've lost a mirror dungeon. I think my second ever mirror dungeon 2 hard run I lost to Ida on the first floor. This is not Ida though, this is these guys. Okay. Well, let us think this through. You're going for a contracting straight jacket, which is also just enough tremor count for mass attack, so that works too. Skill 1, Clash Lose works, or Counter works. Either of them works, really. That's good to know. This is what Censored looks like. Yeah, I can see it. I hope so. Censored is just, you know, just actively making out with a bird. No, Faust loses her Clash, so she gains 6 tremor count. Oh no, the horrors, and she gained a debuff too, which buffs her, so like, fools. Excuse me, what's your speed roll? 3 to 5, I think that is? Or is it 3 to 6? Do we have +2? Is it +2? It's probably, yeah, +2. Yeah, so 3 to 6, so, you know, average. Expecting Lob Corp to skyrocket with bird kiss reveal. Almost look like the regrets. It does look like a giant spatula. I see that, yeah. When are we getting the SpongeBob identity? SpongeBob Don Quixote. This is not good clashing. Alright, that's fine. You're fine if you lose a clash. You do this, we can unleash violence. No, we wanted skill too right now, yeah, that's the better play. That's what we all want to know. Volcro's idea, we've got the resources for it. We can get one off, and it'll buff speed, it'll make Honglu a little better next turn. All that good stuff. Do a 200 pull Red Mist Dawn. Fair enough. Or Mr. Krabs 3-star for Gregor. How much should I miss? A lot's been happening. That's for sure. It's been a day. Okay, 2 target. That's cool. That's cool. The burger mass attack. Fry cook Don Quixote. Fry cook office. Crab office. Well, we can get Unleashed Violence off here. That'll be cool. These guys might, like, mostly die before we get it off, though. But that's fine if so. Fine if true. Big if true. Finally met MFE the second time. That's always fun. That is Daring Decision. For a second, I thought that was, you know, Faust skill 3, but then I realized that is not Faust at all. That is Otis with her Daring Decision. Yeah, what, is there 2 enemies left now? Or is there 3? Oh no, there's 3. Okay, that's good. So Unleash Violence will hit all 3 of them. They all resist it. But they're getting staggered and tremor bursted and stuff. There we go. That was a funny little effect. Yeah, second time, yeah. You must have jellyfish, like I have. Wait for Dave to get rabbit QOTD, Heathcliff's art tease in your hype. We'll get more of our stuff eventually. Ooh, more bleed. Ooh, we should take more bleed, I think. Greycoat's really good, don't get me wrong, but more bleed. Shelm Workshop pictures for the crusty office fixers. Play song loose scale, that's cool. I gotta take Golden Urn though. It's this early. I gotta take it. I love money. Blue Zippo Lighter is really good for us. It really was the best choice there, but I had to take the Urn if it's this early. Oh, I forgot to recruit people. I always forget. And then I like look down here and I see that and I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. That's fine. We can live with one less person for a little bit, I think. Could be worse. What do you win against? You win against a fair few things. Okay, that's good. Slice, we dice. We chicken soup with rice. Blue Zippo. Yeah, Blue Zippo is good. I'm a Dingus offside even. That's the real question. When are we getting Dingus Quixote and her band of lovable idiots? I think if I was going up to the Tethi, makes me very excited for future Lob Corp IDs. I know. We could, yeah, Fluid Sac is good, don't get me wrong. But, like, we don't need Fluid Sac. Faust has our own mass attacks now, built into our kit instead of needing some lame ego. Who needs egos in this day and age? We've got technology. And then just starts beating someone to death with a big metal hammer. Yeah. Probably use the ego, huh? Yeah, I'll do that now. It's only 1 attack weight, and this... Yeah, it's only 1 attack weight. We need to corrode to gain the additional 1. Even, do you have a negative effect? You don't, so there's no reason to, I don't think. Okay, we just pop one of these then. We kill one of you. Like, we do this on you, sure, that'll work. How much do you have? Decent bit. You can go for, like, this here. You can go for this here. You'll gain some back so we can unleash violence next turn. Like that, there we go. Oh yeah, and there's the new icon. There's a new symbol for stagger to speed dice. So it's actually cracked now. Magic Bullet. Magic Bullet, Crumbling Arm Heathcliff. Otis probably gets their shoots. The Faust is getting their shoots. Almost certainly. Fry Shoots is literally a Faustian bargain. Making a deal with the devil. There's no way she doesn't get it. I guess it could be someone else, but Faust Fry Shoots makes far too much sense. Here's new eagle, by the way. Looks so cool. You know, it appears all eyes and angels one hit from Fry Shoots would be crazy. Yeah, when we get our first, you know, like... It depends, however many people there is, you know, at a time, they're all going to be hit at once. It'll be, you know, a 20 target mass attack. Including the self, of course. Normal shoots or aberration of shoots? That's true, aberration of shoots would be, shoot, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, shoots, I forgot, that's the different one. Yeah, shoots would be Otis, Fry Shoots would be, Faust. I forgot that the war one is just called shoots, yeah. Oh, but Faust in the book makes a deal with the devil, I think. Yeah. The Faust is, I think it's a play. Or at least the most commonly known version of the play. Yeah, Faust makes a deal with the devil, and that's the plot of Fry Shoots. And they're both, you know, like German legends. Upbringing. We're gonna unleash violence on these guys, and they're gonna be so violent. The Bugs would be like 3 different vertigos working together. That's what I'd assume, like the 3 of them can like merge together or something. Don't know how like reasonable that is, but it would be cool. But I want it. Stuff like, oh, the 3 of them can like actively like pool. If you use all 3 egos in a single turn, it just becomes one massive mega ego. Fry Shoots the German play, yeah. I'm barely aware of Fright Shoots. I think it's a funny story. Like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's a gun, but oh, the last bullet's gonna pierce, you know, the hearts of everyone you loved. And then he's like, all right, and he just shoots his loved ones before the devil can get to him. Discord ID wrongly. Oh yeah, Discord could be cool. Bonus driving all 3 birds. Maybe the passives will synergize. Maybe not the attack itself. There's a lot of possibilities with that kind of stuff. Future Walpurgis Knights are going to be super interesting. We'll take a risk encounter from our cost. Probably like a 14 target indiscriminate attack. Yeah, like even the Awakening, you can't. Yeah, we'll hit allies, something like that maybe. And like maybe the Corrosion will even hit yourself. For 30 to 70 Gs. Yeah. It'll probably end up being like a. It would probably end up being like a VOD ego. I don't think a Fright Shoots identity makes a lot of sense. I know we had synchronization in Ruina, but I feel like a Fright Shoots identity would be weird. Could be doable. I think like a Red Hood identity makes perfect sense. You know, we'll corrode you now. You don't have a negative status effect, but like you can still use it. Get a little benefit. Still, you're struggling then. Oh, it targets. Oh no, it's corroded. Then never mind. I forgot I didn't actually corrode it. Yeah, we'll do the normal one then, sure. So we don't mess stuff up. Only with Army. Army could also be good Otis though. That's the thing. Who can we get Oz out of? Oz is hard to say. Like Scarecrow, maybe like Faust, because you know, searching for knowledge. Woodsman could be like Gregor, maybe searching for a heart, searching for like humanity. That I guess you would kind of make that like, yeah, I think that would make enough sense. Then like for like Scaredy Cat Sinclair, of course. Road Home, probably Dawn, because you know Dawn Sinclair pairing is just too funny not to. And then Ozma itself. Ozma could be a bunch of things. I don't know who Ozma could be. Ozma's one I know nothing about because Ozma isn't in the actual like Wizard of Oz like movie. It's only in the books. Like all I know is it's like the Princess of Oz. I don't know, like Ozma Honglu. There we go. That might fit. That would probably fit. Rotom and Certain Wrath is still canon. Yeah, absolutely. Wonderlab Avenues are still canon. I just think the people in Wonderlab are never going to be mentioned again. Yeah, especially the avenues that tie back to actual other avenues we see. Maybe something like, we may never see something like, I don't know what's a good example. And something like Stained Rose we'll probably never see it again. But, like, any of the ones that are either aberrations of avenues we've seen before, stuff like Blue Smocked Shepherd, or stuff that we've obviously already seen in, like, Ruin, I think they are pretty, like, fair game to come back. And plus, it's not, like, non-canon. That's the thing. People always assume that. It's just not going to be referenced, I think. I feel like they're North canon. Wonderlab's in canon per sure during his canon. Yeah. Faust could be total details light. Otis could fit with it. Yeah. That's true. Who are we fighting? I didn't actually look at the weaknesses. It is Calendar. Alright. We are going to kill the Calendar. Good. I mean, Faust gets it like a second thing. That's always nice. Okay, we'll try this. We're not killing all of them first turn, that's fine. We haven't seen Alice in Wonderland ever? Well, I mean, that's the general plot of Wonderlab, though. That's why it's called Wonderlab. It's a play on Wonderland. I think that's what, like, some of, like, the final ones are supposed to be vaguely based off of, especially. Carmen is... It's possible. That's always the thing. You never know with Carmen. Never know what you're going to get. I'm also going to do this like this so that we can make sure we get a contracting straitjacket off on both of these guys, and then we'll hit them again. Like this, yeah. Just because I want to make sure we get as much tremor count as we can. Party Everlasting. And what's the other one called? I don't remember. I can check it.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
Definitely, I've got the Wonder Labs on Web Archive. The portraits in the new UIs of the crying children. Portraits in the new UIs crying where?
아직은 이상 없소만.
What do you mean? My interest has been piqued.
이리로 와. 조금씩
Did I miss something? Did I miss the Philip becoming canon again? And on I say that, no, you know what I mean. Philip still canon. I mean the return of Philip. Did I miss that somehow? I'm very intrigued. My interest has been piqued. Indeed. Some promo image. Huh. Let's see. Like a recent one? And did I just miss it somehow? But the logo's from Runa promo image. Oh. And one of the ones about Walpurgis Night? And did I just kind of skip over the actual, like... Is Philip canon? Is Philip alive? That's the question.
좋아. 도입하기에 성공했어. 계속 몰아붙이자고. 우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
I'm really curious where this could be. 243. Oh, I was looking away. Is that how much damage Faust did? If so, I'm really not shocked. She's a little bit tuned. I won't say over tuned or under tuned. I'm just gonna say she's a little bit tuned. Take that as you will. Is Philip arc? That's the question. Is Philip? We gotta have Matt on there. Average final ID of the season. Yeah, I don't know if this is the final ID of the season though, because if we don't get, because if this isn't the season 2 identity, if we don't get another season 2 identity, the final season 2 identity, not including the event ones, is K4 Pong Lu. So the hope thing, probably to sell more distortion. When Philip arc? How Philip? Who Philip? Where Philip? And then it just gets to the point where we start being Philip, and eventually we just start shortening his name. Phil?
큰 거 온다. 탄테, 얼른 애들한테도 알려줘.
That's the real question, Phil.
이리로.
Okay, I'm gonna remember to actually get another Cinder next floor. Crying Children book there, separate from the child that came blue re. Well, that's the question. It can go, they could reasonably take it either way. The ensemble is dead. However, because of the fact that they have still a 2/3, so the whole debate is, Philip died, there's effectively 3 parts to Philip, the 3 crying children. 2 of them got booked, one of them escaped, that one that escaped became part of the ensemble. I'll call that ensemble Philip, and the other 2 will be, book Philip. Ensemble Philip gets booked, then all 3 Philips are booked effectively. So when they get released, did all 3 Philips get released during the reverb distorted ensemble? Or was it only the one that was originally part of the ensemble? And that's the question, because if there was still 2 that, if they didn't join up together, then those 2/3 of Philip that were originally booked could still be out there. But I have a feeling they might have joined back together, judging by distorted Philip being, so insane. That's my personal take on the situation, though. Oh, 4 Tremor on all enemies, absolutely. Don't mind if I do, jeez. And we get a rest stop, and I'll remember to hire people here. Yippee. So who do we want? We want more Tremor stuff. So we probably want you. You're, great Tremor. We'll give you, you know, like, your Capote, Ardor Blossoms. Whoops. Thought I clicked E. Ardor Blossom Star. Ensemble IDs. Yeah, Ensemble IDs would be cool. Who else is Tremor? There's N-Corp Dawn, there's, like, 5. Sinclair now. Oh, there's Muller Sinclair. That's probably the play. Right? Like Tremor County, and Inflict's a decent amount of Tremor County. That's probably the best of the Tremor identities that we don't have on the team. So their options are base Seath, that's a no. N-Corp U, that's a no. You don't have anything, you don't have anything. Yeah. We'll take you do. That should work. Rodion. Oh, I genuinely completely forgot about Rose Spinner. You're so right. All right, you're not joining us. Slosh Mail, thank you so much for your contribution. Nico and Justice. It's a shame because I do really love Rose Spinner Rodion. What's your support passive? Out of the max most second, she inflicts more tremor with the effects of their attack skills / coins. So we've got most max HP. Is it you? I don't know if it will be. It might be you. You've got 2. Oh, it'll be a tie. Oh! No, it's you. Never mind. That's not. The pass is not worth it. What are some of the other ones? Yours isn't worth it. Spy isn't worth it. Alright, then we'll just roll this. That'll be good enough. Do the slash fight. Add you. And we'll add you next floor. Alright. Is Newcraft's anywhere near DHE or Enclair? I'd say in between. I don't think DHE is like that insane. I think it's a really good unit. It's a really fun unit. I don't think it's like nearly anywhere near like Grip Sinclair. Farm Watch kind of cope. It's 3 weeks, so you know maybe. Are they really gonna end season 2 with K-Corp Honglu? That's the thing, though. That's the last season 2 identity. What if you went with Rhino? Would Rhino still dominate the max HP game? Rhino might be tied. Rhino's like semi-low. Rhino might be one of these. So maybe that would be worth it then. But then it would still be, you know, no, it'd be you. Which night it is, or anything should do if you're not being shreddable. Yeah, they'll be shardable in 3 months' time. So you know, if you're not willing to drop, you know, $200 like I did, you'll be able to get them in 3 months. I'm just trying not to think about it too much. It's how it is. It's for the content. That's the thing. When it comes down to it, it's all about the content at the end of the day. Definitely today or tomorrow. Well, I mean, it might be next week or something then. That's the thing. But then we'd still have 2 weeks, because we have 3 weeks until Kanto 5. So that's like a little bit of time. It would probably have to be next week, though, is the issue. Sleep time's ahead. Alright, good night. Always be a 1 week ban or 2. I don't know if they do that, though, for Farm Watch. We see the still... Oh, Carnival? Yeah, we need to see more, like, tailors. Because that is another thing that we've seen, like, almost nothing about. Alongside, like, workshops, we still know a little, but we've seen literally nothing about tailors beyond, you know, Carnival. Like, they produce cloth through humans. Who's gonna have leftover lunacy after spending on Walpurgis night? You don't need lunacy, you got boxes. You'd be able to. I've still got 600 boxes or so. Like it's still fine. You're the fastest for some reason. All right. Fair enough. Okay, let's see. We're going for the contracting straitjacket though. We'll do it on you. No, we can't do it on you. Okay, who else do we do it on then? You? We counter you? We counter you? That's a lot of damage actually. I don't know if I like the idea of countering that. We can actually win against you. Okay, I'll roll that. We already know blue star. Well, there's bluish star. which is an aberration of Blue Star. And then, of course, there's the Blue Star Apostle thing. It's not letting me click off. There we go. It's not. It's an aberration, but it's very similar, being, you know, bluish star. Very funny name for an aberration, that's for sure. A lot of neutrals going on here. That's how it goes, I guess. That's how the wheel turns. Yeah, it's an aberration. Dahlia's card, yeah, it's Ish. Ishmael, blue Ishmael star, clearly. Yeah, you get hit, that's fine. I think I get staggered by the going first. Like, we're meaning A, that's why we should bring some learn said it's a weaker aberration. Yeah. Once again, Abno danger levels are all relative. That's the thing, because it's all about cliff off in the end. The first Abno you fight in the game is a Vov for some reason, after all. So 30 pulls and no ID or ego, love it. Don't worry, you could have a lot worse than that. It could take you 300 pulls to get, you know, even the ego and still no sign of the identity. Which, you know, may or may not have happened to me, who knows. Oh, we're actually gonna lose the mass attack? No, we didn't. Okay. No, we might. You gotta be kidding. Okay, there we go. Okay, we didn't lose the mass deck, we did lose a coin. Anyway, you can't lose. Now it's like left, right, bulky, and just that. I think it gives a lot. I don't like the actual like appeal, like visuals of it too much. I'm kind of too used to the old one. But I really like being able to see everything so fast. Like this menu, not as much, but like the main menu, like or like the center selection menu, just being able to see like all your sinners, all their like sins, all their egos at like such a quick glance is so convenient. Like you have no idea. We full pity for Faust. Yeah. Like you don't need to click on yours, don't you? Yeah. Army of Black to the Zane now is actually an A11 disguise just like the fetus. Yeah. If there's Abno strong enough to just actually just actively lie about their danger level, like how can you trust danger levels? Maybe perform some ultra. It's the main reason is because of they're trying to like set the silent zone. Because the thing is, there's so many like screen aesthetics, and it was kind of weird that there's a mixture of screens and like reports. They wanted to go all in on this like techie feel. And if the lead suffer, we'll take that absolutely. And I'll take an event. I don't need to take that fight. I need to be careful here. If I command death, I think we just kind of die. Jeez. Because if you command death and if you fail the skill check, everyone takes like 40 damage, 40 SP damage. It's awful. I've like almost lost a run to that before. Here's Envy. That's Gleppo, isn't it? Alright. They almost forgot the lesser AD&E to the 2.5 chapter.
최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면 생명은 어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
Well, it's Gleppo time. What do I do here? That's the question. He's making his funny noises. I love the Gleppo noises. What's that, Gleppo? Do you not know Gleppo? He's from Rexenrelia 1. He can show up on the 3rd floor mirror dungeon too hard. To back or have no. Oh, are you talking about Army? You're talking about Army in Black, aren't you? Yeah. No, I thought you were calling Gleppo a backer have no. Which is just such a funny concept to me for some reason. Like, oh yeah, this is a backer have. Someone got the big frog into Limbus by giving them money. That would have been awesome. Limbus Company players when the frog goes. And you cannot mimic the frog. It is so unique. Okay, we lose that, but we still gain the tremor count. I'm fine with it. We gain, you know, the 25 singing effectively. I've seen the Glupo mod in Lob Corp vaguely. No one really hates the fight. He's a fun fight. Where have you been for
오,
Refraction?
머리 좋다 단테.
People
방금
hated
완전
this guy when
좋았어.
he released in Refraction Early 1 because he was just a damage tank. And people were like, yeah, Glupo, and then the fight released and everyone just turned on him instantly. You Glupo to speed us, that's rude.
이 구속구가 나의 폭력을 저지하기엔 턱없이
Violent.
모자라지.
We love violence around here.
여러분에게 도움이 되었으면 좋겠네요.
After what happened with Steam Machine, he's kind of cute. That's true, that's true. Steam Machines really change a lot of people's perception of that kind of thing, yeah. Unleash Violence. We can't do the big Unleash Violence though, so we'll go for Metallic Ringing. Sure. Crack, does this win a clash? No? Alright. Right eye it is. Right eye is... Oh! I didn't even click on this screen yet. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Right eye is the one that's weak to Wrath. Okay, so we want to do that then. Thrash that. Gamba. Gamba. Cleanse this in. Nope, do not cleanse this in. Do you have a negative status effect? You do not. Okay, that's fine. We can get you one. You don't inflict singing. You need to clash against this guy. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have him purposely clash against this one. Because this way he can gain sinking so we can actually get a good thing. Here doesn't find a rose. Your heart won't be able to take it. It's such a fun fight. I'm just looking forward for it to be absolutely ruined through Mirror Dungeon 3 hard. This is very silly. Your observation log. Conditions on man. I still can't read the full one for this guy. Alright.
탈출 개체 확인.
Sure thing. Okay, come on. Surely you won't fail Metallic Ringing. Surely not. You failed the gamble. I can really sympathize with Molar Yi-sung right now about failing his gamble. Huh. We're losing so many clashes right now too. This guy's rude. I mean, he does sanity damage. If we break the eyes, he does even more sanity damage, so we need to be careful about that. Although we need to break the eyes to actually be able to damage him, so that was the breaks. Okay, but now you've got a bunch of sinking, your sanity's low. You're in a perfect spot to Corroded Regret. It's perfect. Rampage, it's resisted, that's fine. You can still do that and just redirect it with like a stay calm, and that's not gonna work. Vibration conversion, that's not gonna work. Slice, but I can't even redirect it. Okay, that's fine. We do this, we'll stagger him first, that's the play. And then we just let this hit Honglu. Does Honglu die from this? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, then maybe we cannot have an ego. Never mind then, we're gonna have Honglu ignore it. That was the worst.
이리로 와.
Yeah, we're doing Mirror Dungeon 2 hard right now.
제대로 찝었군.
You can't find Glupo in Mirror Dungeon 2 normal. He's only Mirror Dungeon 2 hard. Okay, left eye will get broken. You take some damage now, that's fine. That's how it goes. Because you've got bleed, your damage is like reduced though, that's good at least. Regret, we get the tails, excellent. Next, we'll purchase Knight better. Glupo Ego. Well, Glupo Ego won't be able to purchase Knight. We'll just get that event. We'll get that like randomly, since that's not from Ruina or Limbus. Oh, Mersal's gonna corrode, isn't he? We might actually get to see the actual corrosion. I feel like it's because he's tanky. Yeah, he was tanky. He didn't have an interesting. His gimmick was kind of just lame. He really didn't have a gimmick. You just had to break his eyes. Yeah, you corroded. That's a cool corrosion. Look at that. I especially love how it's like broken and you can see Mersal just peeking ever so slightly from within. Hate the robot thing anymore, that's fair enough. Okay, who are you attacking? Okay, you're actually gonna attack Glupo, that's nice. Do you have a negative status effect? You do, right, you've got fine. That makes perfect sense actually, yeah. You lost the 50-50 twice. That's how it be. It is what it is. Do you have enough charge? You don't even have enough charge, alright. Kinda lame. Well, you can clash with that, and maybe it'll work. Who knows? We're going for the right eye now. Hopefully Marsal is kind with the other random targets. Now he's just funny. He is just funny now, that's true. Make the metal pipe sound effect ready. Ends begins, ends begins, ends begins. Yeah. Let's go. Never ending cycle. We love it. Thinking. Okay, Red Eye's broken now, so that means Marsal just lost more sanity, which is a non-issue. Who is this hitting? Only one target? No, it's hitting someone else too. Is it hitting 2 parts of Galuppo?
나뭇가지는 부러지고 말았어.
Couldn't tell. Oh, the Toad's taking a huge breath though.
체중도 견디지 못해.
You know what that means. We're about to punch him in his gut and he's gonna like lose all like his breath. Which is like cruel, but like, you know, sometimes that's how it is. And look at that crying. Oh, I thought you were talking not cry yourself. Yeah, it's so sad. There's something wrong with this guy. Sad face. We'll do this. Yeah, okay. Hopefully, we're going for some neutrals, which really isn't the best play. I understand that, but like, it's fine. Skill 2's a net gain of Tremor. That's good. And we need to win our other clash too. It's their decision, so hopefully it'll go well. But you know, it's all luck. But you just punch him really hard. You literally just punch the breath out of him, if I'm not mistaken. You punch him in the gut. He like inhales. You punch him so hard, and he just goes like, ooh. You know. He really does just go like, ooh. Yeah, it'd be best to knock the wind out of it. He will stop its crying from coming forward. Okay, Yisong, your only hope. Good job, Yisong. Toad got staggered. Yisong heals some SP. We don't do auto damage. We manually do this. Body the better target, probably. Yeah, we'll go for the body. Why not? You don't have anything interesting. That's fine. Yeah, kind of not like a lot of great attacks this turn. We'll go for a regret in case need be. But like, I mean, he is staggered, so he's gonna take a lot of damage, but we've got a lot of skill 1s and skill 2s going on here. No skill 3s. So it's not gonna be the best. It looks like we'll do it though. With the Ego's help, yeah. Ego wasn't necessary because Marsal didn't need it to actually get the kill. That's cool. Mega's be playing to use Crow to become a radio. You just become a bunch of static. Same with Dimensional Refraction variant. So it's, what was it, 1.78 megahertz? 1. PM only made Limbus in order to better tell the stories, unless ambition change. Another like Limbus is the future. PM and Limbus kind of end all the stories. Oh, you know, the plan is to have Limbus. Limbus can be an ongoing thing while they work on like side projects. It's their money. It's gonna be their money maker while they work on other stuff too, like the Distortion Detective game. Rupture, more Rupture is cool. Poise is funny though. Or more Tremor is cool though. We'll take more Tremor. I love Nebulizer, but you know, Tremor Run. Ego simply kills the center. Simply a difference in skill sometimes. Marsal skill, no. Grime and Stake, that's more bleed synergy. We could try. Marsal doesn't really need a skill change. I think we just push onwards. Event. This is some healing, sure. Not like the most, but that's fine. We'll take an Abnofight. We've got Tomorrow's Fortune, so any Abnofights are nice. JPEG Center, yes, God. It's like, I don't know how many of you guys were like there during like Ruin itself, but for a while, after, you know, Black Silence Reception, or not Black Silence Reception, but Han Association Reception, Roland's like sprites were messed up, so he was all JPEG-y in like every single one of his sprites, because they like messed one up or something, and he was like that for like a couple weeks. That was pretty comedic. Sandy stonks on the decline. Sell. This will be awful for the economy. The sanity economy. Dun 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 dun. You know, you're hopeless. That's still hopeless. Okay, you just defend and, you know, pray you don't take too much damage. And we gotta redirect that with someone else. You can just only one-side attack, that's fine. You can redirect this thing. You can counter it, sure. Who is targeting you? You? Okay, no, you do that instead then. Okay. Decent, not like the best. I should probably ego like at least one of these things. But you know, we gamble. If we do this, we redirect it. Okay, that'll work.
이리로.
Never mind, a glitch of downloading every switch really crunchy except like Dante and Gregor. No such thing as sanity economy, same one there's one in the real world. Yeah, no, there's no sanity to go around.
엄청난
Well, you know,
공격이었어.
Mega Hurt
기념할
as
만한걸?
a meme machine. That would be funny. When are we getting pink? When are we getting Roseate Desire Mercel though? I'm really disappointed that wasn't the April Fool's reward. Would have been peak. Like he's literally like nothing changes. He's just literally wearing the ribbons. He doesn't even like act differently. He's just like, oh, why am I wearing these ribbons? How many pulls did he need for Mercel at the ego? 294. It's been a rough day. Need your bald. Yeah, your bald would have been another great choice for April Fools.
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Mercel, Goodman.
한바탕 해볼까?
Thoughts on the new IDs and egos? They're cool. They're very cool. Once again, Mirror Doesn't Too Hard is not a great place to learn how new identities work. You're just kind of praying for your life in Mirror Doesn't Too Hard, using egos. Like, I can't really get a good sense of the identities themselves in Mirror Doesn't Too Hard. But, you know, it's the new week, so I had to do it. But they seem very strong. Faust is a very interesting mass tech-oriented one. Her tremor is, like, pretty maintainable. I don't really think like Otis Ego is even necessary. It seems to like work pretty well most of the time.
좋다, 좋아. 계속 집중하자.
Can you craft it with you selling 200 pull thing? Yes, but the thing is, in those 294 pulls, I didn't get a single regret Faust.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
I had to use Ideality for the regret Faust. Because after 294 pulls, I got the ego, but not the 3-star identity. I got like a bunch of 3-star identities that just weren't it. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough day. I'm still coping. Hard,
빨리
very hard.
마치고 그냥 가죠.
God, yeah. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and maybe because I was so negative about it, I kind of, you know, brought it upon myself. But, you know, Karma. That is really unlucky, yep. Crouch can't gain haste? No, I don't know why I wanted that. It's because it was haste. That's why I was like, ooh, cool.
좋은
Wasn't
경험이
really
되기를.
necessary. Wait, nobody?
늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈
Otis,
거야.
that's true. That sure is Otis. Real. Brooding Art of Blossom Star, I don't care. I'm killing you all. I want them all dead. You didn't win to Aleph yet? I did. I've corroded. Do not fret. It was so hard with 4 Walpurgis each year. I just need to never do pulls ever again. I've got enough boxes most of the time. It's unnecessary beyond like maybe like a 10 pull every now and then for, you know, the 2-star.
시원한걸?
That's gonna be the strat. You need to turn down the gambling. Oh no, Lily. I'm your second biggest fan.
내피가 배고파했어. 잘됐다.
And there's a lot of Otis fans out there. Very silly. You need to ego. I'm honestly gonna have you ego for safety. Actually, no, I'll have you evade for safety. That'll work.
착하게.
That should work, I think. If my strategies are all lining up, which they might be. They may be. You know, the first Willy. Yeah, it's Willy. The person who, you know, actively is like... That's like the only instance of someone like genuinely being like distorted.
이 공격은
Like, there's no other way to describe the content Willy makes as just pure distortion.
기회가 왔군.
It's even, like, apparent in, like, the videos. Like, it's insane. Oh, we are clashing against no trespassing, and we are barely winning with Faust's life. Jeez. That could have gone significant. Faust could have just died there. We got a little bit lucky.
확인 사살.
Yeah, he's the Otis guy. Plenty of Otis fans out there, but none of them are quite like Willie.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
No one else can even shout. Yeah. It's like how there's no contest over the #1 Gregor fan
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 힘들고.
because like
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Miranda. There's some people that are just like that. That's how it is.
돈 벌러 가자.
Willie? Willie Willi. Look up Willie on YouTube. Let's see. Will they actually be like an early result if I look up Willie? Doesn't look like it. Maybe. No, it is. You look up that Willie and you find it. It's basically just like the insane Otis person. Like their Otis posting is off the charts. Insane. Like it's incomprehensible. You get Murrico. I did get Murrico after 294 pulls. I'll use it here for the sake of the joke.
교전 시작합니다.
Thoughts on the Faust ID? So Faust ID seems really fun. That's for sure. Definitely like the kind of unit that's really good at spamming mass attacks if you play her right. The kind of unit that I'm not sure the fact that she just gains 6 tremor on counter is super good. I think they'll give a Cinder Otis' wife when we get a chapter, probably. There's no way we don't get a Penelope identity. Although Penelope might end up being the quote-unquote reverb ensemble member for Otis, and therefore, if so, then we're not going to get a Penelope identity for a while. Freshman gender Penelope, yeah. Who knows? Let's scare for Walpurgis Night 2 and 3. I'll conserve my resources for the next one. Maybe they'll, get feedback. Maybe we're gonna have to see what the public, outcry is. I don't know how many people have had awful luck when it comes to this, but if so, maybe they'll change things in the future. I have to do this, yeah. I mean, kind of like how Ahab is female based on the English translation of the Tokyo Game Show, booth. You never know with Project Moon. Even when you see someone, you never know. With Otis's watch. Oh yeah, Otis's watch inscription. It's I remember looking at that through that a while back. Sloth and Pierce. That's snakes, right? Oh no, it's Headless Sickness. Okay. Big F, to be specific. We're going to Tremor you. I think that's the play. 90s and that fast and blue. Yeah. That's good. Expectations for season 3, in what regards? I don't know, more. I mean, there's more theme. I hope it's roughly the same length as Kanto 4. That it seems like it's going to be the case. Broken into 3 parts once again. I hope we'll get some cool identities, stuff like that. Millie Song, of course, that's going to be a big hope. It's almost certain at this point, though. How could they not? I never had issues with Oh, here's my fun story about Headless Ichthys. This was, before Daily Mirror Dungeon, but it took me over 30 Mirror Dungeon wins in order to actually see Headless Ichthys once. I never saw this thing. I just heard people be like, oh, this thing's horrible, and I had no context for it because I had just never been lucky enough to see it, which is really funny. Yeah, maybe I had never been unlocked
탈출
FTD yet.
개체 확인.
I can get back and check on the dramas though. I think that's a bad mindset to have. Like once again, if you don't blame the drama, don't. I don't know. It's hard for me to voice my opinions on exactly. The drama was necessary because Project Moon's learned to be a little bit smarter. From what it seems like, Project Moon were not in the right exactly, but it seems like they did rightfully dismiss Velmori. As far as we know, apparently they've got like voice recording. It's hard to say for sure. Everyone can have their own opinions on it. I'm not gonna like require people to think the same as I do. But like Project Moon has learned they just need to be smarter about that kind of thing. Because they, no matter how it turned out, they definitely did not like respond nearly appropriately enough. I hope you get what I mean. I don't know. It's not something I talk about too much because like I've got a lot of thoughts on it. I just don't know how to voice my thoughts. Yeah, the Bulwark Ishmael drama. Yeah, that was garbage. Don't get me wrong. Like the firing Velmori stuff. Like there's a lot to it that we don't know that we're never going to know, which is very unfortunate. That's a lot. Okay. Go Welchers, which is insane. Oh yeah, Welchers is easier. Honest mistake, pretty serious mistake. Oh, made out of malice. Yeah, I never thought it was made out of malice. I just thought it was made out of like cowardice, if anything. But then if they are actually like not at fault for it, which it seems like I'm taking that opinion. We are unable to fund any of your stuff. You're doing nothing this run. Wrong with these. It's cool, but we so back at burner things. It's not a difference to be kind of jarring, but yeah. Very important. You see new art style for the CGs though. Yeah. It's a shame. I do really like the art style for the CGs. Don't get me wrong. I definitely prefer Runa mainly because of nostalgia for Runa's art style. But like there's like an undeniable charm to the CGs of Limbus. It's gonna be sad if that's gone, but you know, who knows? Maybe they'll like imitate it well enough. Hard to say. Doesn't Suno like, I mean, Faust? I don't know. The obvious one is, you know, either way it's sad to see the rest of it. Yeah, but it seems like they left on decent enough terms. Definitely not under the best situations, but it seems like it was decent enough terms between PM and Velmori.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
We really need to do something about the body. We need to just one-side attack the body and take it down. Yeah, that's the play. Go all in on the body this turn. We'll get hit a couple times. It's fine. It's mostly on you too. Yeah, that's fine. Be able to stagger the body some, do some damage. We're gonna be able to make use of this, you know, tremor burst stuff pretty well.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Runa style singing. I love the square brush so much that they use for like everything in Runa. Like it's so unique. It's like there's like the weird streaks like all the art has. Like I love it so much. So cool.
확인 사살.
Okay, body's been staggered. Can you still attack the body of this guy? Maybe. Why N Corp and not Rose Salt? It's because N Corp because I wanted to focus on a little bit of bleed alongside Tremor. That's why.
저거 너덜거리는 것
Runart
좀
does
봐.
love its direct games. I vibe with it. I vibe with it so much. Well, it seems like this guy's been this bodied. Yeah, the big. I wish we had a name for when these abnos are big, because it seems to be a reoccurring thing. And like, I don't know what to call it. I just call it like the big fish. which is a very, well, it's a good name for it, I think. It's accurate, that's for sure. But now it's the hand left, so we've got a lot of neutrals. Hopefully we'll do some staggers, we'll do some breaking of the arms.
관리자님, 역시 저는 생각하지 못하는 방법을
Both the big ones
하시는군요.
can be threats if you're not careful about it.
기회가 왔군. 현명한 판단이요.
They're not too bad. They weren't too bad in Ragnarok 1 either. In terms of the artists left by themselves, yes. But the confusion is the fact that Project Moon themselves didn't state that until, you know, months afterwards, and they stated it, you know, indirectly. I can't match, yeah, true. It's mainly just the fact that Project Moon was so, like, secretive about everything, and we now know it was to protect Belmori.
도입하게 성공했어.
We do Mirrodon runs on pure term prove these speak, almost certainly, yeah. Magnified's a good one. Good night, Malin.
한 방이었어.
You doomed us all. You just doomed me, but you know, good night. It wasn't necessarily your fault, I guess. You might not have known how much trouble you were causing. Probably paperwork. Yeah. They said they've got a recorded message. The issue is the fact that Project Moon themselves were so secretive about it. Remember to gamble too hard, to Kyle gamble harder. Thank you, Malin. Like they're magnified. Magnified is a good word for that. This fish. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Funny fish. I think it's real. This guy pre-nerf. Good time. Are you doing the IDs? I am. That's for sure. They're very cool. Like, once again, I say this every time, but it's hard to get a good grasp on them yet. I'm gonna need to do, like, runs with smaller teams to get a good sense of them, because they're not doing, like, the most in Mirrodon. They're too hard, because, you know, everyone has to commit, like, a decent amount themselves, so, you know, I'd focus on the guys that I'm not trying to focus on in order to win this. There's the fish, though, onto the final floor.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Okay, what do we want? Charge count, poise, bleed. White Ghost FPM's death. I'm not taking it. I'll take the late bloomer's tattoo. Okay. Faust skill. I'll give Faust another skill. Do I want to give her another skill too? Probably. Skill 2 is probably the play, because her skill 2s can be used to build up her tremor count pretty well. Made them defend social the hands are tired batting fast. Yeah, there was so much going on. I'm glad it's mostly over with, but I understand that don't try and sweep it under the rug. It may be over, but we need to, like, keep it in mind, keep it into consideration. You know.
오늘은 얼마나
Undone
찢을까?
thing you raise whole comprehension. Now it makes you seem a little obsessive over Limbus, which I am. You see no problem. Yeah, there's no issues with being obsessive I'm horribly obsessive when it comes to this. But, I mean, I literally record videos for this game every day. For, you know, 200 days now? That's a lot of days.
좋다. 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
표적 무력화.
And Lunacy has money, negative SP is the law.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서
Sure
뚫어보자고.
is. Okay, we've got actual resources for you now, so we can have you, like, Land of Illusion. That's cool. Because we've actually got Gloom now, thanks to Grand Welcome, so Honglu can actually use his egos.
환상의 세계로 들어가 보자.
Nice. Kill. They're all staggered, so, like, or there's one that isn't staggered, but, like, they're basically all staggered. The one that's not staggered is now staggered.
네가 너랑 있거든.
So we should be able to just kind of clean these guys up.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
자, 한 건 했고.
I really need to change the loading screen. This is a very underwhelming loading screen. Big bottom path.
제압을 준비합니다.
You really like to play regardless they are both games. Yeah,
여러분에게
it's the kind of thing where I'm definitely glad that, you know, Limbus is getting relatively more mainstream because it's really interesting to more people. Because Ruin is my favorite game of all time, pretty easily.
한바탕 해볼까?
Ideas from I want like basically everything from Ruin to be added. I'm a big fan of like almost every group in Ruina, especially like anything like Urban Nightmare onwards.
그래도
So many cool things they could
언제나
do.
초월할 수는
I'm
없어.
especially a big fan of, you know, the general section as identities. Stuff like, what if we got like Dong Hwan? What if we got like Bayard? Bayard would be so fun. Self tremor burst that's actually like good. Cause like the self tremor, self stagger stuff going on with Molar, Boatwork, Sinclair, it's like very non-existent and barely matters. But if we got something that's like actually like that,
힘들군.
that'd be cool.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Eugen, that's true. That's an obvious one.
탈출
I
개체가
want like rusted
정리되었습니다.
chains. Self-bleed would be funny. Mirai life insurance. Why we fight an insurance company? Who knows? But it's really funny.
돈
Ujat.
벌러 가자.
Here to be so sick. Especially because Bayard's like, what is it? Bayard's like friends with. He went to the same office as another Charles off person.
기다리는 거 못해.
For one of the songs on back Angelica. I feel like if we got a Black Science, it would be Heathcliff for, you know, the joke. You know, dead wife. That's the joke, in case you can't tell. It's right, grinds my molars. That's me when I'm grinding molars.
침착하게.
Dead wife. It is such a funny joke. Like, boo-hoo, wife dead. You like that? It's from Faust and Shino, but Angle sus. Present Faust definitely knows some luck. Yeah. Faust made a deal with the devil, and we'll have to see just what it is exactly. What her Faustian bargain was. Faustian bargain's a very convenient term, that's for sure. Since that, you know, we sure do have Faust, and Faust sure made a Faustian bargain. Alan, oh yeah, Alan was cool too. Haste stuff that actually, like, that was like some of the rare instances of Haste having interesting synergies in Ruina. Yeah, unfortunately, he probably, you know, got unbooked and was killed by the Thumb because they wanted they wanted them dead anyways. They wanted Night Owls dead because, you know, they like spoke up at the Capo meeting.
야호.
She did the Lob Corp Remnant.
우리
Well, Lob Corp Remnant is Yuri. Thing, I don't know. I don't think that's like the most clear line to draw.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
대성공이야. 칼은 신나. 노래 부를까?
Don't know why we got
걸려라.
Yuri like
자, 한껏
no Aya.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어.
Why didn't we get? We still don't know what their office is
그러니
called.
알아서 잘 피해야지.
Bro's 100% dead in lore, yeah. Hanafuda seems real likely since we got to. Yeah, Hanafuda would be cool because Hanafuda is so like lame. It's so insanely lame in Ruina. Like there's no just literally just use Molar off his stuff and you've got better discard most of the time. Mephistopheles was the devil in the original book, so what relevance is after Iron Faust? Well, Mephistopheles wasn't that not the devil exactly, but like a devil sent by the devil, like a mini devil sent by like big devil, something like that maybe. Crash one of the allies for MFE died. That's awful. I might get my form empties here, which wouldn't be fun. We'll see in a second. Oh, speaking of my form empties, there's the my form empties event. That's fine to see. It's a 300. Yeah, that update should have been out now. Once again, it doesn't matter to me at this point. I've lunacied out. Oh, crash because of a mini patch. Oh.
좀 김이 빠지는데.
Well, then I need to not go into the next fight. I need to restart the game first. Let me do some Rodion skills, though. Grab another one of these, sure. Double bleed, sure. Heal everyone, sure. Here's Bloom, that's gonna be like Centipede or something, right? Right? Is it? I don't know. Yeah, Mephistopheles was a demon sent by the devil. That's part of her pact, right?
구태여 좋냐 안 좋냐를 따지자면 밤보다는 낮을 선호하는 편입니다.
I'm gonna restart the game just to
보이지
make sure that
않을수록
this goes into
이해가
effect.
어렵기 때문입니다.
Oh yeah, I've got my weeklies to claim. It'll take a quick second, then we'll be able to fight the boss. Should be easy enough. Dong Juan, he'd work better as a solo unit. Yeah, if we got solo stuff, that would be really funny. Lone Fixer. If we ever get Yuna, then she'd probably have Lone Fixer again. Although if you can't actually attribute Lone Fixer, then like Yuna's a lot less interesting. Yeah, there's the update.
구태여
Okay, there we go. Update's been downloaded. That's the wrong button. I always mix up Luxuation and Mirror Dungeon buttons. It's very strange, but it always happens. Okay, onwards we go. We gotta reset our team. Do I want to do something a little silly? I think I do. I think I do, indeed. Okay, you're being benched. I want a second speed slot, on a skill slot on
준비는
Faust.
끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
I think it's 6 enemies, Marcel. Strangers, nothing to think of that relates to Limbus are... Waterplot. Well, it seems to be he's done a crime he got arrested for, something like that. Hope Unit gets expanded in a future cancer, maybe. I've read The Stranger, and I feel like there's definitely a lot they could draw from. I mean, like, Chains of Others, definitely clearly, like, being blamed for crimes. Like, not as one for one as some of the other stories, maybe, but, like, definitely a lot of comparisons that could be made, like, on, like, a character level. JD's actually started with JD. Off the new UI? I think it's decent. It's definitely off-putting. I'll get used to it, though. It's like, I thought this was kind of lame at first, but I'm definitely used to this now. Ooh, we can Sunshower you guys. Honestly? Yeah, let's do it. I want them dead. Dead. Die. Pull this? Sure. Press. No, we want to Quake Runs. What do we want to do? Head? Body? Body? We want to stagger the... No, let's try staggering the head first and foremost. Be decent. Yeah, not a lot of great clashes going on here. That's fine. We can use some egos if need be. For now, we don't need to say. Reason for the stranger, Mercel just like me. Your flesh, there's a lot you would find in Mercel. Yeah, super interesting character, that's for sure. The fact that he was executed not for his crime, but for who he was as a person. Good night. I found the stream as good night. Good night, that's rude. God, Sun Shower just does wonders for us. Ooh, we lose that class. That's fine. Like the ego selection may have some new things that hard to figure around, but I think it just matters. I think it definitely is a lot more approachable. The fact you can actually see stuff about ego when you're selecting ego is super good. I think there may need to be a little more UI because they kind of just appear floating. That definitely could use some changing.
좀 지친 것 같아요.
Overall, pretty cool though. It was not to be rude, but you don't know the guy. Yeah. Fair enough. That's perfectly understandable. How do you have 15 haste? You can... I'll give you 6 haste. It's an ego passive for Sun Shower. trying to figure this out. What gave him 6 haste? Is it? Oh no, it's killing these. No, that makes sense. Never mind. I get it now. Because it's the passive for these guys. Yeah, gain haste. I was so confused how he managed to get 6 haste of all units, but now that makes perfect sense upon further analysis. We're just a one-sided view, honestly. Might as well. Like, we could, you know, actually fight this guy, but it's the fox. Like, what are the chances he actually can kill us? What a loser.
그거 그렇게 하는 거 맞아? 거의 손방망이인데.
6 days is crazy, yeah. It really is, but it makes perfect sense upon a little bit of thinking. Suppress this early is super good for us. This thing's gonna have a bunch of fragility on its head. Yeah, this guy's head's going down.
하나비였어.
개체가 약화된
좋아. V 하나를 박살냈어.
God, daring decision moment.
공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
You know, he gets some attacks off. The umbrella does too. But of course, the body still gets its 3 attacks. We didn't hit it at all. Going to bed. I hope the rest of the stream goes well. It's almost over, so there's no issues with going to bed now. Good night. It's basically like we pretty much already won this fight. It'll just be this, and then like.
저거 너덜거리는 것 좀 봐. 완전
Oh, you
제대로
got you
먹혀들었다.
thorns this
그치?
turn. Is that the joke or is that the other one? It's the other one, yeah. Okay. That's fine by me then. Can we do this?
시작합니다.
We attack, we kill. Kill. Rack up some scores. Burst some tremors. We need to inflict more tremor count though, and I don't know if we were doing anything that does that. Or Faust might. Yeah, Faust will. Yeah, there we go. As they're waiting. We do not care about your waiting. That's a lot of stagger. Jeez.
시원한걸? 적들이 흔들흔들. 기회.
Those ragged umbrellas protect that fox, really? Oh, you're going for your strong attack. Okay. No thanks. No thank you. We're just gonna kill you. Beedly lulu.
한바탕 해볼까?
So the recent addition, Tremor really is fun. Tremor's always been like a stupid stat effect, so the fact that it's actually getting better with it, you know, dealing damage is so nice. 20 SP block is be one of the worst experiences of the game. It's so rude. It's at least decent in the regular one because you can actually just flash against the little umbrellas in order to gain some sanity back, which is a nice little like thing you can get going.
이 스며들 듯한 비에
Ooh, that's a lot of bleed. Okay,
우산이
it's
새지
because of Wound
않아
Claret, I know, but Wound Claret and Nail. I think we got both of them. Do we might not? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Killing him with his own rain.
좋다, 좋아.
Well,
계속
it's
집중하지.
actively pouring outside for me. How funny. Tremor's just slowly becoming smoke. I wouldn't say that. It's still nowhere near charge, but
제압 완료.
the tremor itself isn't the strong part about the tremor units. It's their damage output.
50일까지 많은 날이
Oh,
남은
nice.
것을
Good stuff.
파우스트는
Jihoon's vision
알고
of tremor.
있으니까요.
It's like how Jihoon stated himself that he added the what's it called? The one you know the passive for the passive for purple tier that makes it so if you roll min roll you like re-roll once per attack. He said he's added that solely for the sake of Boundary of Death synergy. Just kept popping that alongside Hod's floor using the gift to make it so it's only heads or tails, just increase your Boundary of Death chances significantly. Like what a jokester he can be sometimes when he's, you know, being smart. Alright, nice. We get our 225 Battle Pass experience, 360 manager experience. Claim all of the rewards, 750 lunacy. Work towards building that lunacy back up. And we get past level 900 today. It takes a second, of course. Oh no, we don't? No, we don't quite get there. We're close. We'll get there soon. In time, in due time. Get more boxes, which will look great with the amount of shards we have.
고태어 좋냐 안 좋냐를 따지자면
Yeah, look at that.
밤보다는
Nice
낮을
69.
선호하는 편입니다. 보이지 않을수록
Or
이해가 어렵기
these.
때문입니다.
663 boxes. Here's the box for the mid boss. Yeah, I understand that. It doesn't have the most interesting gimmick. Well, this certainly was a stream. You know, it was a lot of fun, even if, you know, this was awful for my this was awful for my wallet. It was a lot of fun. We got the new stuff. We messed around with it a little bit. I'm switching you back to K Corp, though. On stream, like, good night, Shirley. Less than 200 pulls. Clueless. Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of mirror, and that's my bad. This level's so high. But yeah, of course, Saturday, Lob Corp is gonna be continuing. We're gonna be dealing with White Knight. That'll be fun. Also, stay tuned for the stream on Saturday, because that's when I'll possibly do stuff regarding making a Discord server. We'll see. But thank you all for being here throughout the eternity of suffering I've had. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night and goodbye.